Okay, here we have a game where Zeus is shoots lightning bolts at these different people. And so the way the game works is if I play, then let's make this a little bit bigger. If I play, if I click one of the people down here, then he shoots them with a lightning bolt. Now, the way that the program is currently set up is, okay, got kind of a lag here. Let me restart. Try again. There we go. Okay, but the problem, there's a couple of issues with this game right now. Right now, I can shoot. Okay, normally I can shoot the same person twice. I'm getting a little bit of trouble here. And I can also shoot things that I shouldn't be able to shoot. I only want to be able to shoot the people, and I only want to be able to shoot them once. So the best way to fix something like that is to use a function. So in this particular case, well, there's a couple of different ways I could do it. I could use like an if-else, like you see here. I'm going to enable this. If I stick, so this is a really long condition. So I'm basically saying that if the person, if my target, the person that I click with the mouse here, if that person is Homer or Plato or Socrates or Euripides, then it'll go ahead and shoot them. Now, this works okay. The problem with this is that it can get to be cumbersome and it can get to be difficult to read. And so maybe a better way to do this is to create a function. So I'm going to take this out here and I'm going to get rid of this. And we're going to create a function that will tell us if the person that we're trying to shoot is a philosopher. So I'm going to create a world function because I'm affecting more than one particular object. It's a Boolean function. So I'm going to identify this as philosopher. So is it one of the philosophers? Then it will tell me it's true. Okay. I'm going to set this up similar to the way that you just, similar to the if statement that you just saw. So I need a parameter because it's got to check to see which object I'm looking at. So I'm going to call this possible philosopher. Okay. And if the possible philosopher equals Plato, then I would return true. If it's not Plato, then I want to check to see if it's one of the others. So I'm going to nest another loop in here. And now I'm going to try for Socrates. I'm just going to go down my list here. And then I would return a true. And I'm going to nest another one. Okay, so we are on to our next philosopher. We're almost through. So our next philosopher is Euripides. Return true. And our last philosopher is Homer. So Homer, return true. Otherwise, we will return false. And again, it's going to go through this if statement, and so it'll either come out true or it'll come out false if none of these are the case. So this never, don't worry about this. There's no way to, you can't delete this. It undoes the whole thing. So don't worry about that part. Just leave that there, and know that that's where that is. Now what we need to do is go back to the shoot bolt, and now we're going to put an if else in here. and this is going to be in here, and we're going to say if it really is a philosopher that's under the mouse, then we're going to go ahead and shoot him. So let's see if we can get the program to go. There we go. And let's try again. That. Oh, now let me shoot the ground when it shouldn't have. So something is not triggering quite right. Let's see if this makes a difference. It shouldn't, but let's go ahead and give it a try. Well, lets me shoot him. So it should let me shoot multiple times. It's not. And it's still letting me shoot the ground. I think we've got a little bit of a glitch here in Alice, because I know the code is correct and it should be working. So if you were going to try to do a shooter game, this is the way that I would recommend it. We could add another function in here to determine if the you know, if you'd already shot him, if it was allowing us to shoot multiple times. And a way that we could do that would be to not only check to see if it's a philosopher or not, but let's see if I can get this nested in there. The other condition that we could check for is to see if the person's color, okay, it's not letting me do color that way. We've got to go over to properties and pick a person. So if I pick Play-Doh and I say color is not black, then we can go ahead and fire. Otherwise, we could have, what we could do is Zeus could identify that you've made an error by having him say he's shot already. So again, let's look. So with this particular setup, notice we have so now the way that this should be set up, for some reason it's not working properly, but you should only be able to shoot philosophers. So it first checks to see if the thing that you're trying to shoot is a philosopher. The next thing is that it's checking to see if he's already been shot. I hope that's the same color. If this is the correct color, if it's already been shot, then Zeus would say he's shot already. I could also have an error for if it's not a philosopher, and I could have Zeus say something like, I only shoot people. So then this would be a pretty complete program. The only other thing that I would add to this, if this was going to be a game project maybe that I was going to turn in, is I would probably add some 3D text maybe up here at the top saying click the person you want to shoot. Something like that. And then you could even create a function similar to this one, asking, flashed there, not sure what happened. You could have another function to determine if all of them have turned dark. Then you could say that you could have something that triggers that says that you've won the game. So good luck.